Yo! Dan, what's up? We're here. We made it.
What's up, guys?
Yo.
Look at this fucking Bentley.
This is Adam.
Nice to meet you.
He's going to help us with the install today. And I got some headlights. And I got some taillights for your Denali.
Can I have this? Is this part of the?
Cannot.
Can we pull the motor? Can we pull the motor? Let's put it in Fiero.
We cannot do that. Fiero? You know all kinds of Fiero, a vet.
No, don't even pretend like you don't know about Fieros. I heard you tell me about the Fiero story
Listen,
today.
we don't need to talk about that.
This man loves Fieros.
Yep.
Well, you want to come in and check out the shop?
Yes, I do. Let's grab the headlights.
Yes, can I come?
So here's the dually.
Yep.
But is that an ambulance?
It sure is.
What is going on in here?
Welcome to my shop. This is the first time you guys have been to my shop. Yes. Come on, come with us. We have a lot of projects here.
No kidding.
This one, my friend, he sold his house and he's converting this, or we're converting it into an RV. So it's got a 50-gallon water tank, 800 watts of solar. And, you know, with all the lumber prices increasing, this is worth about $2.3 million in wood.
How did you guys get your hands on a used ambulance in the first place?
Facebook Marketplace. You can buy whatever you want on Facebook.
That's amazing.
It's terrifying. On my world's smallest couch, we have my Fox Body Mustang. It was a running and driving car originally when I got it. That's an '89 notchback, old police car, actually. Right, not that it matters. I was originally going to do an LS swap. I got this 6-liter iron block over here. But now, after Ken Block did that Mustang video, the E, whatever it's called, the E Mustang, made me not sound like shit. I want to do a Tesla swap on it.
There you go.
I thought about doing that.
I love this engine. Aluminum heads, big headers, MSD intake and fuel rail. This thing is serious.
Yeah, actually, I think you're familiar with the people who helped me build this, Holly Performance.
Can't go wrong with Holly.
And then they're also helping me work on this one over here, which I know you'd be interested in, the 73 the 73 Camaro.
So what is going on with this old Chevy? Because half of it's up there, half of it's down here. What are you doing? Okay,
so like the way I've always described it is that, you know, picture me as like a mechanic, but like the opposite. You know, so I was working on doing this one, doing a frame up restoration. I bought this car as a frame up resto, and I thought it was in good condition. Bunch of holes in it, so I got a lot more work that needs to be done to it before I can progress.
So between this thing and the Mustang, it seems like you get screwed a lot. People, if you're gonna sell a vehicle to my boy Dan, please give him something that's not a piece of junk.
The best vehicle that I have is my Fiero. For 25 cents a day, you can support Dan not getting screwed. I'll give you the Fiero. I know how much you like him.
I don't want your Fiero.
He does want my Fiero. Tell me about the great Fiero that you used to have. The several Fieros that you used to have.
So when I was younger, my first car was a Dodge Daytona. It was white with like the louvers on the back. And the engine took a dump. And I went looking for another one because it was my first car. I thought it was really cool. And the used car dealer near my house had one, and they had a Fiero. And at 17 years old, the engine in the back, the 2 seats, the pop-up headlights, I was in love. And over the years, I own 9 of them.
You've owned 9 Fieros?
I have.
You haven't learned your lesson, huh?
I don't have any right now, and I don't want yours. So let's keep talking about your project.
I'll give you my Fiero, man.
So you got the Chevy, you got this bike.
This is not just a bike.
Let's talk about the bike.
This is the bike. People don't know, if you're familiar with my channel, I'm not saying that your viewership is, but this is the bike when it comes to my channel. This is my Magna. This is what essentially got me into riding. This is the whole reason I've ever had a YouTube channel. YouTube helped me find this bike back and buy it. And there's a lot of emotional stuff to it. It's obviously broken apart because I can't help myself.
What is your priority project right now? Are you trying to do everything, or is there one that you're trying to get done first?
So obviously, because my buddy wants to live in the ambulance.
Yeah.
That's my #1 priority. That's his house. I want to get that done. It's what I've spent like most of my life on for the past couple of months.
If you want to see the journey from taking it home, getting it to the shop, tearing it apart, how much wiring did you pull out of that thing?
Over 100 pounds.
100 pounds of wiring came out. Diode Dynamics light bars and pods and RGB strip lighting has gone in, and I'm guessing in the next few weeks you're going to be making some more progress on it. So how can they follow you on the ambulance build?
You can follow me on youtube.com/doitwithdan. That's my YouTube channel. Thanks, that's me. Chris, thanks for giving me the opportunity to plug myself. And if you like ambulances, or if you like anything that you see in the shop, or you like firearms, I do some firearm content. It's just all sorts of weird stuff. We get pretty weird in here, and you know, follow along. I'm just some dude trying to show people what I'm doing, and some people like it.
First of all, I see some Jeep headlights.
Yeah, those are from the Gladiator.
Okay.
You remember the Gladiator?
Yeah, you had it and then it disappeared.
No, it didn't disappear. So that's when COVID hit. If you remember, COVID hit the company I was doing the build for, 74 Auto. They're the same people who hooked me up with the dually, except the dually is mine, the Jeep wasn't mine. It was for them. And then as soon as COVID hit, people stopped wrecking cars because no one was driving. So like their inventory was going down, so they sold the Jeep Gladiator like to liquidate. They liquidated a bunch of stuff, but it kept them afloat. It kept them up when a lot of salvage yard companies went down. So these are the OEM ones though. I can't believe I still have these. I forgot all about these.
Looks good on
Eyes
you.
are up here, Chris. Are these worth anything?
I'll take them.
Would you?
Yeah. So
Put 'em in the Bentley.
Put them in the Bentley. Should we retrofit the Bentley with Jeep headlights? So out of all your projects, I think my two favorites are the dually. I'm a sucker for truck guys.
Yes.
I'm a sucker for truck guys. Jesus.
Cowboys' butts drive me nuts. Chris. Quote that. Put a caption on that.
Out of all the projects that you have going on in here, I think my two favorites are the dually. I am a sucker for truck builds. I used to have a Ford Super Duty and I regret getting rid of it every day.
Thank you for letting me drive that, by the way.
Of course.
You let me drive that all the way to SEMA. That truck drove itself to SEMA.
It's back for sale
Yeah?
for $30,000 more than I sold it for.
What?
Yeah. So
Did they do anything to it?
No, they took the wrap off.
What?
So anyway, I'm fighting the urge to go buy it back, but I also like the Mustang. I can't wait to see that thing. I don't like your Fiero.
Why don't you like my Fiero? Is it because it just reminds you of like how good things used to be?
Yeah.
Like, I can picture a young Chris cruising down 85 with the windows down, T-tops off, mullet hanging in the wind, baby, and that thing going 65
No, I'm not
because
that old.
that's as fast as it can go.
That's right.
And no brakes, no brakes.
Let's go take a look at the headlights on the dually and see how the guys are doing.
Yeah, you snuck those guys in. He snuck some people in to like start working on my truck.
All right, so the reason we came here is for the dually. Explain to me what is going on with this truck, because it's not just your typical build.
So it is a 2016 GMC Denali 3500 HD with the 6.6 liter Duramax and an Allison 1000 transmission. I mean, mwah, bravissimo. The problem is that it's a nightmare. It's been a struggle, but that's what happens when you take on projects like this. And I always tell people like it's just work, because at the end of the day, it's just nuts and bolts and wires. Like you have the same hands that put together a truck like this. You can take it apart.
But like, what was the challenge originally with the restoration?
It had frame damage, belonged to a welder out in Texas, and it looked like it'd been hit by a train. The rear frame rails were like this and tilted on its axis, so it definitely needed to be replaced. We couldn't just pull it.
All right, so it looked like you got hit by a train. You brought it to a shop.
And I'm sure you've worked with automotive shops before. High turnover rate. It's like most places. So the person who was working with me, and then the next person who was working with me. So it's just kind of like person after person was trying to help me get this thing done, but they were picking up a project halfway through, and that's almost impossible to do. And you know, you think to yourself, well, it's got all these problems, like it keeps shutting off. What's the most important thing? Obviously the headlights and taillights.
Obviously the headlights.
We gotta go ahead and do it.
Now, these mostly look like stock headlights, but obviously the lenses have seen better days, and I know that you've got some color changing stuff going on here, and I don't think the bulbs are stock. What's the story with these headlights?
Dude, these headlights have been through hell. When I got them, they had the HIDs, some really cheap HIDs. They didn't have English writing on them at all. And so I got rid of those, swapped over to LEDs on the interior, and so they're the inside are demonized through diode dynamic, I believe, which you guys carry on your website. And they also have the color changing boards in them. So
in your mind, why do you want to replace these?
Well, I love the color changing aspect of them. That's great. But I mean, if we're being honest, you know,
There you go. Perfect.
I mean, is it a comparison? It's mostly because of the lenses and that, and I know I could do the color changing stuff in here, but I think I'm gonna keep these closed. I don't think I'm gonna go through that trouble again. As a regular dude, that was hard.
The reason these headlights are great is because they are OEM quality, OEM fit and finish. They installed just like the stock headlights, but all that cool custom stuff is built in. In the past, to get a headlight like that, you'd have to open them up, build everything custom, put them back together, hope it seals, and everything else. So one of my favorite parts about these headlights, besides the increased visibility from the LED projector, is the sequential turn signal. Did you have this on your Ram when we did that?
I think you guys did end up doing the sequential turn signals on the Ram, and I love that. The front of the headlights, I absolutely love that.
So this is going to have that same effect. It's going to be blacked out.
Wait, it is?
Yes.
Oh, man.
So this entire C-bar that goes around the perimeter of the headlight is the daytime running light, and it doubles as a sequential LED amber turn signal.
These look way better than factory quality.
And if anybody wants to be like Dan and put these headlights on their Sierra, go check out our other video where we already filmed a step-by-step install so you can see how to do it yourself. But for now, we're going to let Adam finish up the install and check out the taillights. These aren't supposed to fit this truck, but we brought them just in case, and they do.
Because of me, by the way. You're welcome. He was like, they're not going to fit. And I was like, oh, they're going to f***ing fit. I can't say that.
What you got there?
It's my Sonic toolbox, which is awesome. It's got my name on everything, and they've given it to me, so I have to talk about it in all my videos.
So, these Morimoto XB taillights for your Sierra.
Yes.
You asked us specifically to bring them. I was only going to do the headlights, but then you said, I need the taillights. Tell me what it is about these that you wanted so badly.
Well, other than the fact that they made you come here, they're free. That's my favorite. I like the fact that they are the mirrored, the infinite taillights. These little parts right here, which obviously you know, but the camera doesn't, that these are infinity mirrors, and they go on forever, and they look just like the ones that you gave me on the Ram that I got rid of.
Now, we already did the driver's side, and the color combination of this like metallic red and the satin red against the color of your truck looks fantastic. So
Primo.
Let's pop them out. Now, these taillights aren't advertised for the Sierra, but Dan thought, why not? It's practically the same truck. So we brought him to try them out. There was one thing we had to do different to make them fit, and Dan figured it out. So thank you.
You're welcome, Internet.
On the inside of the taillight, there's 2 Torx screws, and then the taillight will pop out. You transfer the mounting pins from the stock taillight to the Morimoto XB LED taillights, and then the only thing stopping them from plugging in is this wire harness clip. This big plastic round clip holds the wire harness in place, and that's what gets in the way. Take the wire harness out of the clip, take the clip off the sheet metal, and everything goes in like normal. Dan, thanks so much for having us here. Your truck is done. The taillights look spectacular. The headlights completely transform the look of your truck. And I think we're out of here. Thanks for showing me all your projects. But before I leave, what is up with those sunglasses?
These sunglasses are from my favorite company, Heatwave Visual Sunglasses. You can get 10% off all Heatwave Visual Sunglasses using the coupon code DOITWITHDAN, in case you guys didn't know.
Nice.
But they're rocking awesome sunglasses, and I absolutely love them. Matter of fact, I have something here for you.
It doesn't seem like, you know, a bad deal. Pair of headlights, pair of taillights.
Here, let me get you.
For some sunglasses. These are going to look great in the Bentley.
Man, they look so good on you. And what I like about those is that they have these little blockers on the sides here. So not only can you not see the people next to you, but it blocks out all the hate, all the haters. They can't see you, they can't get to you. It's just your own little driving world.
I don't mind blocking out the haters.
I'm sure you get a ton in that beautiful Bentley.
If you want to see what else you can do to your GMC Sierra, obviously we got tons of videos, not just headlights and taillights. Go check it out on the Headlight Revolution channel. And if you want to see other products for your truck, go to headlightrevolution.com, put in your year, make, and model. We'll show you everything that fits your truck.